I think one of the most common ways that we all depress ourselves horribly is by comparing ourselves to other people. This is super trite and run into the ground. So many other people have put it more eloquently than I will. Ironically, this is the only time that I will recommend a PragerU video. Maybe there's like 3 that I think are like decent, but there's one that I think is really, really great, and it is just called like "Stop Comparing Yourself to Other People." Has nothing to do with any of their politics, which I won't say my opinions on those politics one way or the other. But yeah, it's a really great video on how to stop viewing people that way. I mean, it doesn't get into the nitty-gritty of how to do it. Actualize.org actually has a really great video on the actual mechanics of not comparing yourself to people anymore. But yeah, those 2 videos, the Prager video and the Actualized video. And there's sort of a nihilistic way or anarchistic way, whatever. I mean, it's something that you'd hear in like Tyler Durden spouting in Fight Club, is that God doesn't love you, you are not special, whatever. It sort of brings us all down to this level of no matter how much you accomplish in this world, no matter how many good things you do, no matter how much money you make, you are just as crappy as the rest of us, and your value is absolute zero. This is actually something that Actualized says too. And it's something that I don't necessarily disagree with, but I think doesn't offer you the greatest optimism when you're trying to stop comparing yourself to other people. What I like more is how it's said in, there's a book called Feeling Good. He still offers the perhaps we all have a self-value, like a self-worth of 0. But he says another way that you can look at it, if you don't like that sort of just sort of bleak sounding phrasing, is that when we are born, we are all given 1 coin of value. We're all given 1 single coin of personal value by virtue of being alive, and we never get another, and we never lose that one. We all have the exact same net worth of value, which is 1 coin. I think that's a lot richer and more rewarding to think about. It's like, hey, I already got my coin, and nothing that anybody does can take it away from me. It really does reframe it to, we're all equally valuable, not we're all equally valueless. We all just got our 1 little magical coin. And do all the great things that you want to with your life. I mean, you already have the baseline that's never going to be taken away, so everything else is just gravy. And at the same time, it also means that you don't have to beat yourself up for your mistakes so much, because you can never lose that coin. It always stays there just perfectly intact. The 1 single coin of value. That really has been my issue throughout most of my life, and especially in my adulthood since college, is just trying to acquire more coins. And I can hear a statement like we all get 1 unit of value, and I can really like how that sounds, but am I really internalizing it? And am I really living out that philosophy? I don't really think so. Not yet. Yeah, I haven't quite gotten there yet. I still think that if I were to get $1 million today in my bank account, I would suddenly rise above a bunch of people that I know. Even knowing at my core that isn't true, that's just my natural way that I think. That's my natural thought pattern that I still am working on deconstructing. What a lot of like Zen philosophers, spiritual teachers preach is that the words that you read from a spiritual text are just the finger pointing to the moon. It isn't the moon itself. Or I've also heard it said those words are the menu, and then the actual experience, the actual living and embodying it, is the actual food. And do not confuse the menu for the food. I fully agree with that 1 coin philosophy, and that's where I'm trying to direct myself. But I still, believing is not enough. And whether I feel that I am just like below ground level in terms of my value, or I feel like I should be sitting on a mountain looking down on all those other peasants, I am still just going to have that one coin. And I'm really happy about that, because there are these really cool Sonic and Crash Bandicoot toys in the local quarter machine at Safeway.